everyone. My name is Amanda Waldhart, and you are here with Amanda'sInspirationStation.com. Welcome. This is our weekly Wednesday project. So today is April 7th, and for those of you who are just joining for the first time, every Wednesday I bring you a video of two projects that I do using either a stamp set or a bundle. And if it also is your first time, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate that if you enjoy this video. First of all, I hope everyone had a wonderful Easter. I know that my family and I did, so I hope that for everyone as well. So today, for our weekly Wednesday project, we are going to be using the Baby Pull Toys stamp set. I think this stamp set is so adorable. And what I wanted to show you is two cards and how you can do the exact same cards, but just use the different things. So like when you get a stamp set like this, different images, there's 3 of these images. We're using 2 of them today. So I have the lion here. It says, "Love just got real." And then on the inside, it says, "For the little ones who tugs on your heartstrings." So cute. I love this. I love this card. So adorable. And then we are going to do the exact same card, only using a different color and a different animal. So same card, different color, different animal. So I stuck with these subtles. And so we're doing Calypso Coral and Petal Pink. And then over here, we're doing Soft Seafoam and Pear Pizzazz. Now, I also want to share with you on how we're going to really utilize and cut our cardstock so that we can get every piece. So that's going to be a fun tip and trick today. The other project or products that we are going to be using today is with these hearts. We are going to be using the Be Mine stitched hearts. I'm so sad these are on the retired list. These truly are like my favorite. I use them all the time. It breaks my heart. If you do not have these, I highly suggest that you get them. They are wonderful. So this heart here is the heart that we're using, which is this heart from the die. So it's that heart. And then I went ahead already and I took the hearts and I ran them through my cut and emboss machine using the Tasteful Texture Tile embossing folder. I did that just to save some time on the video. So I have the 2 hearts here. And I already have them embossed. This just gives a texture and just gives a little bit more oomph. Okay, so that's that. Tasteful Texture Tile, I believe, is carrying over. So that is not on the retired list. However, we are using this circle punch here, and this is the 2-inch circle punch. This is also on the retired list. So if these items are things that you want, now is the time to go get them before they are gone. You can shop right at Amanda'sInspirationStation.com. I would love for you to go ahead and use that hostess code. And in the month of April, if you spend $50 before shipping and tax, at the end of the month, I will send you a free Simply Shammy. So for the whole month of April, any $50 order, free Simply Shammy using that hostess code. Okay. The other dies that we're going to be using is you're going to need 2 of these basic white scallop rectangles. That is from the Stitch So Sweetly, and we are using the largest one. So for the sake of the video, I have them already punched out. Well, die cut it out. And then this shape right here, we are using from the Hippo and Friends. And we are using this piece right here. And I'm actually going to leave that out because we're going to need that. Because I'm going to show you how you can get the most getting the most out of your cardstock that you're using. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to set this card aside because we're going to work on this side card first, but I am going to need my paper trimmer. So I'm going to get out my paper trimmer here, and you're going to need your card base cut at 4 1/4 by 11. And what we're going to do is now we're going to score it in half. So we're going to turn it to the landscape side, and we are going to score it at 5 1/2. Okay, that is scoring our card in half. So we're just going to do that. But now what we're going to do is we want to cut some of this off. Okay, and we want to cut it so that it's like this. So I'm going to put this in my trimmer like this, because we want to cut some of this off. Now, what we're going to cut, and I'm going to get out my ruler here, is we're going to cut at 2 3/4. So you're going to go up to the 2 3/4 spot, and we're just going to cut that off. Okay, so we just cut it off. I'm going to set this aside here. And now we have our card base. Now I'm going to get out my bone folder because I want to varnish in this crease right here. I'm just going to do that. And we don't want to get rid of this piece because this is the piece that we're going to use this die on. See, most bang for your buck here. So we're going to use that, okay? Now, I also, for the sake of video, I wanted to show you because we're using this designer series paper. This is our Subtles, comes in our Subtles pack, and we're using it for the Petal Pink. And then this is also our Pear Pizzazz. So we're going to use it on the inside of the card, and we're going to use some of it on the outside. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our paper trimmer back out, since we're doing that first. And the inside of our card, what we want that to measure is 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, so these come as 6 by 6s. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to go to 4, and I'm going to cut that. So I have this piece, because this, once I turn this, this is what's going to fit inside. But now we need to cut this to 5 1/4. So let me get that. We're going to cut that to 5 1/4. Like that. Now you're going to have this extra little piece here. That's great. Save that. You can use that for another card. So this piece is what's going to go inside here. Now we want to use this piece. I'm going to bring my card back here. We're going to use this piece for part of the piece here. So I did not fill this whole section here. I could have stuck this more in the middle if I wanted to, but I did not choose to do that because we have so much stuff over here. So I actually brought this over a little bit more, and there's more of a space here. We're going to put this in here because I want this to show. This piece of cardstock here measures at 2 1/4 by 4. So now I want this to measure at 2, which it already measures at 2. We're already at 2. Now I want this to measure at 3 3/4. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this to 3 3/4, and I'm going to do that. Here's another scrap. You can use it for another card. So now this piece will fit right perfectly in the center of this piece. Okay. These measurements are on my project sheet, which is completely free. You can click the link below. It'll take you right to the project sheet if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're watching this on my blog, right in the blog post right there is the printable project sheet that you can do. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get out my Stampin' Seal here, and we're going to attach this to the center of our soft seafoam piece. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this right on our card as well, because I am attaching it on flat. So we're just going to go over here, and you, like I said, you could center it if you want to. I didn't, because I have most of my stuff going this way. You're not going to see this strip. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this piece on the center and the inside. And we're just going to kind of center it like that. Voila. All right. Now, for the sake of the video, I have already cut out these pieces from our Stitch So Sweetly dies. Remember, this is the largest one. I've already done the heart, and I have already done this circle. So now the only thing that we need to do, and I'm going to set this aside so we can quickly do this first before we put our card together and stamp and color, is we need to cut this piece out. And remember, this is from the die, the Hippo and Friends. So I'm going to get out my cut and emboss machine. I'm going to set that in there. I'm going to run this through. And I have already done this for the second card. Same with the cutting of the designer series paper. I just wanted to show you at least once how you can take advantage of taking one piece of the cardstock and using the extra piece for this, and same with the designer series paper. Okay, so now what we're going to do is one of these is going to get put on the inside, so let's do some stamping. So the inside piece is going to say for the little ones who, so let's get out our Memento. And we are using Memento ink today because we're using blends. And we do not, ooh, that looks a little juicy. There we go. We do not want our blends to bleed, and they would bleed if you used StazOn. So you are definitely going to want your Memento ink pad. So I'm just going to stamp in the center, and I'm going to set that aside. That's my center. Then we're going to go ahead and we're going to stamp the lion while I have the Memento ink pad out. So we'll just kind of, I re-inked this yesterday, and it looks like I might have re-inked it a little too much. So I want to be careful. I'm going to stamp that in the center of my circle. There we go. We'll just kind of set that aside because we're going to color. And then I need my Pear Pizzazz ink pad because we're going to stamp the background in the hearts. So the hearts are actually from the stamp set, and in the next one we do the stars. So I have that. So we're going to get this out, and we're just going to randomly stamp. I kind of like to randomly stamp. And kind of, we're just, some of this is going to get, you know, covered over, but all right. So now we have this for our background. So let's go ahead and let's do some of our coloring really quickly, and then we'll start putting our card together. We will also need to stamp the Love Just Got Real, but we will go ahead and do that after we do some coloring. So for the coloring, I have the light Mango Melody, and I do want to share that the Mango Melody blends are leaving us along with Rich Razzleberry. Why? I do not know, because those colors are not leaving us. So I'm not sure why they're taking away the blends. I don't know. I don't know. I can't answer that because I don't know. It makes me sad. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm just coloring the lion's body, and then around his mane, I'm just coloring every other little like line in here, like that. And then we're going to color the inside of his face. And so yeah, if you want those blends, now would be the time. All right, so now I'm using the dark soft suede, and I'm just going to do every other line in his mane. And I'm using the like finer tip side of the blend, not the painter side. Whenever I do small areas, I like this finer tip part of the blend. It's easier to work with. It's easier to control. All right, so there's that. Now for the wheels, I'm doing light crumb cake. And now this side is the painter's side. I don't mind doing that. I'm just kind of lightly coloring in there. And then for the like little thing that he's on, the little wagon, I am using Cajun Craze. And I'm using that in the dark Cajun Craze. Here we go. Oh, he's so cute. All right, so we're gonna pop this up onto this piece. So I've got my dimensionals here, and I'm going to pop that up. And I'm going to center that right about like that. All right, so let's go ahead and put our pieces, our white pieces in. Now there's a trick to this because you want your white pieces in the end to match. So when I open this up and one side's going on the outside, you want this to match this so that it's not like this. So what I like to do is I like to put them together and hold them with my fingers, and then I open them up on this side and I just kind of go like this. I'm just getting an idea of where I want to place it, which I do want to place it in the center. So I'm going to kind of go like this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift this piece up, and I'm going to kind of hold my finger on the corner here so I know that that's where the corner goes, because now I want to put this flat. So I'm going to kind of hold my finger right there. I know this is weird. It's kind of a weird trick. Whatever works best for you is what I would say to do. But now that I have it in there, looks great. If I shut this and I go like this, I know that that's where it matches. Now for me, we're going to pop this up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put only 2 dimensionals on this side first. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this over to match this side here, and I'm going to line it up, and I'm going to place it down. Now I know that's sticking there. Now I'm going to put some dimensionals over here to secure it more. And I'm just going to kind of go like this. Like that. And there. Now it's secured. Okay. Now we're going to put our heart on, and I'm going to put that on flat. So I'm just going to use a little of my Stampin' Seal, and I'm just going to kind of angle it like that. I do want to use dimensionals to pop this part up. So I'm going to do that. And we're going to place that kind of off to the side, right like that. Now I need some linen thread, and then we'll go back and we'll do that one little stamp. Now I doubled up my linen thread, so what that means is I kind of took a piece, kind of a longer piece, and I'm now going to take and put the ends together like that so that I have a piece. I want this piece that's doubled up to be able to create a ribbon. So I'm just crossing this. The top piece is now going to go underneath and between the 2 pegs. So I have a piece in the back and a piece in the front. That piece that's in the back, we're just going to bring it back to and through the 2 pegs. And then I'm going to just tie it in a knot. And let's get that knot tighter here. All right, and now I have a loop here, so I don't want that loop there. All right, gotta tie that tighter. There we go. And then I'm going to attach it with my glue dots. So I have my little glue dots here. I'm gonna attach that. And I'm just going to angle that to the side. And I'm gonna kind of trim these up just a little bit. They're a little long. I think this card is so cute. And I already know the perfect person that I'm going to give one to. So there's that. Now we just need to do the stamp, which I'm just going to pull out a scrap piece of white cardstock here. And we're going to get our memento back out. And we're going to stamp the Love Just Got Real. I'm going to do that. And this is what I'm going to do. I am going to just take my scissors and I am just going to fussy cut this. Now, when I fussy cut this, where the part is that says real, I do want to make sure I leave enough room over here because I want to put in little notches. Cut that off. I'm just fussy cutting this. I want to put in little notches. So you can either do notches with your scissors or you can use the Banner Pick a Tool punch, which I like to use that because I always get it crooked if I don't. And I like to line up that center. There we go. That's just me. All right. And then what we're going to do is we're now going to put this over here. Now, because this is higher than this side, I do want to put a dimensional on the end here. So I'm going to get out either your mini dimensionals or cut one of your dimensionals in half. And I'm just going to put a little of the snail adhesive on this side so that this side, oh, you guys, I just smeared that a little bit. Oh, I don't like that. Hold on. I got to cut that. We don't want that smeared. Plus, I'm giving this away. I don't want that smeared. All right, there we go. Smear is gone. All right, so now I'm going to go like this and put that down. There we go. Yay! And there is your card. So cute. And that wasn't hard. I love this card. It is so adorable. All right, so let's go ahead and do it for the elephant. Now for this one, I've already gone ahead and I have everything already cut because I showed you how to cut the cardstock and the designer series paper. So I already have that cut and I already have this punched. So let's go ahead and we'll, I feel like I have ink on my fingers. Let's go ahead and get this taken care of. So we are going to put our designer series paper, the smaller piece, on top of our cardstock here. Remember, we're going to center this one and then we're going to place this one flat. Look at, I have dimensional tabs in my snail. All right, so now we're going to lay that flat. We need to lay this flat on the inside. I think these are so cute. I only do the two for the video, but I gotta tell you, I almost think I need to pick another color and do the giraffe. Although the giraffe is taller, but that's okay. It's cute. It's cute. It's cute. All right, so let's go ahead and let's do our stamping. We need our Memento ink pad. And we're going to do that in the center. Okay, we're going to set that aside. And then we're going to go ahead and the Love Just Got Real. I have a scrap piece of paper. We're going to set that aside. And then we need to do our little elephant in the center of our 2-inch circle punch. There we go. All right, so that part's done. We'll set that aside for now because we're going to get out our Calypso Coral and we're going to do the stars this time. And we're going to stamp our stars. And we're just going to randomly do it everywhere. No rhyme, no reason, just random. And let's do part a little guy up there. There we go. Just had to do that last little star. All right. So we'll set those to aside and let's get these in. So again, we're going to do this little trick that I have of, I don't know, lining up. If you have a better trick, by all means, use it. I just like to, then I'll put my finger there and then we'll, and then of course I just lost my finger. Okay. Well, now I have Stampin' Seal on. Maybe this will be better. how I want it. And then I can just lay it down. Okay, so I want it like that. And then that one's already laid down. See, there we go. Maybe that's the trick. All right, gonna do that on the one side, and we're gonna line that up because I want that to match. There we go. And now I have two more that I want to do right there. All right, now we have our heart. We're gonna angle that. And now we got to color our elephant. So I am coloring the elephant, the light gray granite, but I'm also going to use the dark, and I'll show you where I'm going to use that in just a second. So let's get our little elephant colored here because he's cute too. All right. He has these two little lines across his nose that I want to go over. And then I actually did a little circle over his eyes just to kind of give him that. We're going to use the light crumb cake again for the wheels. And then we're going to use the Cajun Craze for the little wagon type thing that he's on. There we go. All right, flip them over because we need to pop dot them up. And we'll attach them to our piece from the Hippo and Friends. And now we want to pop that up. All right. So now we're going to pop that and kind of angle that like that. We need some more of our twine. So again, we'll get enough twine here so that we can double it up. I probably did too much because last time I ended up cutting quite a bit off, but oh well. Sometimes that happens. All right, and I'm actually going to just trim them like that together because it was easier. All right, so now we're going to put our little linen thread. And with this guy, I put it right on the little, same with the lion. I guess I kind of did that a little bit low, but I'll just put it right on that. And then we need to cut, get back out my banner, pick a punch, so I can center it, put a dimensional on the one end, and just do some snail adhesive on the other. All right, and we will just go like this. Oh, you guys, that's so cute. I love it. All right, so here are our projects for today. We have the baby pull toy stamp set where we did the little lion and then the elephant. Aren't they cute? I love these. Now, I do want to say too, since I was talking to you guys about stuff retiring, this particular pattern, if you like this pattern, those papers are retiring. So they come in brights, neutrals, subtles, regals, and then both of the ink colors. However, we will carry them over into our new annual catalog, but they'll be different. They'll be the same colors and they'll be the same 6x6 notepads, but they'll be different patterns. So if these are the patterns that you like, you will want to get those because these patterns are retiring. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's Weekly Wednesday video. Again, if you need any of the retired products, go to amandasinspirationstation.com. If you spend $50 before shipping and tax, you will receive a free Simple Shammy from me at the end of the month. Also, just please use that hostess code to receive this Simple Shammy. And if $50 isn't what you need or want to spend, that's okay too. I just would appreciate you using that hostess code. That would be great. And if you're watching me on YouTube and you are not a subscriber, I would love for you to subscribe. Thank you so much. Again, my name is Amanda Walthart, and I will see you soon. Bye.